VEO 3.1 is now available inside n8n, and in this video, I'll show you how to create stunning AI videos completely on Autopilot.
So Google just dropped VEO 3.1, which is an absolutely incredible model. This is an upgrade to their VEO 3, which they had dropped a couple of months ago or a couple of weeks ago. At this point, these models are dropping so fast, I can't even keep up. But anyways, there are a lot of really cool new features to VEO 3.1, which I'm going to point out in this video, specifically when it comes to using in your automation workflows inside your n8n when you're creating AI UGC ads, because obviously that's one of the main use cases that you can actually start to make money with this, start to sell it to businesses. So there are a few very important updates to this particular model compared to the VEO 3 that I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can use this inside your n8n automation workflows, especially when it comes to using ads or just content creation in general. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you exactly, obviously inside your n8n, when you're using this to create ads or create content, we're going to be utilizing our APIs, but as you can see right here, these are the different features that VEO 3.1 has that I'm going to go through one by one and explain everything. If this is your first time, my name is Zubair. I have my own AI agency that I've been running for the past 2 years. I also have a community that I run where I teach people about n8n automation, how to start their AI agency. So make sure if you're interested in learning how to make money with AI or learn in depth how to create these stunning automations, make sure you check out the community below. We have a lot of people from all over the world that are all there to collaborate and take advantage of this amazing opportunity. So would love to see you inside. Check out the link in the description. All right, let's get started. All right, so if this is your first time, don't get scared if this is your first time seeing n8n or this looks complicated, but it's really not that complicated. All of this is going to be no-code solution, so I'm going to show you exactly the different features. But I'm going to quickly, we're going to come back to this AI UGC automation with VEO 3.1, because obviously I want to focus on that a little bit, because that's how you can really utilize the power of this incredible model. But just quickly, I want to quickly focus on the different features, just like you saw in that Higgs field video that they pointed out. Let's go ahead and take a look at the different details, so that way you can see exactly what are the new features that are available in VEO 3.1. I'm just using fal.ai. Feel free to use Higgs field or whatever other platform you want to use, but I just like the fact that they have the APIs and everything right here. Obviously, I'm not sponsored by these guys, so feel free to use whatever you want. And then another important thing is, since Sora came out earlier, I think now there's just like a huge competition between this new VEO or the new models that are like, image to video, text to video. But the main thing that I really like, that I've been testing this for the past couple hours, is the VEO 3.1 has this couple of new features. The first one is called this the last frame to video. This is really cool. As you guys saw in the beginning in the demo video, so let me pull that up. All right, so in this video, this is exactly what I did. I used this a starter frame to end frame video. So the start framing is this picture, but as you can see, it does a really good job of animating, and I didn't do any kind of animation myself. All of this was done by VEO 3. So that was the first image, and then this is the second image that I uploaded. So it's basically first frame to last frame, and VEO 3 does all of the animations. It does everything itself just by uploading these two images, and then also obviously creating a prompt. So as you can see right here, there's this two images, the first reference image, the second, so the first frame, and then this is the last frame, and then this is the prompt that they input. And obviously I used, you can use n8n to do this through your automation that I'm going to show you in a little bit. But this is a really cool new feature that VEO 3.1 has. So let me quickly show you actually inside n8n how this could be used. So this is just a blank workflow. By the way, for those of you who are not familiar, go ahead and create a new blank workflow in n8n, or a new account, sorry, then come create a blank workflow. I'm just going to go ahead and quickly download this. I think it was this one. Let me just quickly go to I believe it was this face swap that I did with WAN 2.2. Yep, that's the one. So let me go ahead and bring this workflow quickly here. I'm just going to download this. There you go, and bring it over to my n8n. Okay. All right, so in this particular workflow, what I'm doing is I'm actually uploading two separate images in the form. So for example, if I execute the workflow here, sorry, in this particular one, I'm just using a video, but you can use the same thing. You can upload two images and a description. So what's going to happen is afterwards, I'm obviously uploading this to something like a Cloudinary, so that way I can get the URL of the image, and that's where now you can use this to get new ads or whatever it may be inside your n8n. So that's one way to use this via the API. So if I go back here, because I want to take a look at the, where did it go? It's this one. Yep. This particular one. So that's how you can use it inside your API documentation. And by the way, all of this is basically done from file.ai. It's just based on these API documentation. I've just kind of put them all together inside n8n, but essentially you can use the same thing. You can use the documentation here. As you can see inside the documentation in the API call, you have your first frame URL and you have your last frame URL, and then you have your prompt, right? So you would do the same exact thing once you add these two images on your Cloudinary or your Google Drive or whatever. Then you would reach out to VEO 3.1 here and then add those two different URLs, and you can create your content very easy there. The next new feature is this reference to video. Now this is another really cool feature that VEO 3.1 has, where basically you can add multiple images and then get a prompt, create a prompt, and this will kind of combine these images together and provide really cool video with sound effects, with movements, with animations all together. So as you can see in this particular one, these three images of this circus, just like a plain field with flowers, and this ballerina. So the prompt is a graceful ballerina dances outside a circus on the grass, blah, blah, blah. As you can see on the right hand side, it's really well put together and it has good sounds. So let me play this. Yeah, it's like a really calm ballerina sound, right? So it produces the sound, the animation. You can see the flowers are moving. So that's another great way to, if you're, for example, trying to use some kind of an ad or some kind of a content and you want to reference multiple images, that's another way to do that. The same thing in n8n. If you want to use this inside your n8n, you just add all of those images and reach out to that particular endpoint, right? So the only thing you do change is your endpoint right here, which in this particular case, you're just using file.ai VEO 3.1 reference to video instead of image to video. So that's how you can add all of these different image URLs and then a prompt, and then it will automatically generate everything there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the AI UGC ads that you can create with VEO 3.1, because this is really incredible. And first of all, it's a lot faster. So what I want to do is quickly do a demo of this workflow. And by the way, if you are, like I said, if you're new to this, I'm going to go ahead and explain everything. But essentially, once you execute this workflow, this is going to pop up this form where you can create a image description. So in my particular case, I'm just going to say create a UGC or a user generated content ad for this particular iPhone. So let me go ahead and pull that up. So I'm just going to add this image case, this phone image case, and I'm just going to say create a UGC ad for this particular iPhone case, right? I think it is an iPhone case, but whatever. So I'm just going to add this image and put a quick description. So let me put a quick description. Okay, so I just said a 23-year-old model talks about how sturdy and cool this iPhone case is, and I attached that screenshot. So I'm going to click on submit. Now the form gets submitted. There you go. Now this is going to go through the workflow here. So while this is processing, I'm going to quickly show you what each node is, and then as soon as it generates that ad, this UGC ad, we can go ahead and play it. All right, so first of all, on the initial trigger, obviously this is on form submission, so meaning that what we're doing is the user is only uploading a quick description of the ad that they want, and then also the image that they want to upload for that particular ad, right, or for that particular product. The next thing we're doing, we're uploading that image into our Google Drive. So this is what it's very easy to create your Google Drive account. Click on new credentials and you just add. I've done a bunch of other videos. You just basically connect your Google Drive account and you choose the upload operation, and the input data field needs to match your image. So that's what we're doing. We're just adding that here. And then I'm just adding this to a folder called image URL. That's literally all this node is doing, right? And I'm creating that, this web content link. This is the URL that I'm looking for, because this is what we're going to upload to our next nodes. So after this is added, now the next node is basically describing that image. So this is OpenAI's analyze image node. We're just basically taking this image from here. So this is the web content link. I'm just literally dragging and dropping it here, and I'm just giving the quick text input saying, hey, analyze the image of this product, make sure you understand all of the different features, because we're going to recreate this a new image using Nano Banana or Seedream. I'm using Nano Banana, but you can use other models as well. So the next node, what we're doing is I'm just using an AI agent where this is going to grab that image and the description, and we're going to give this a system message. And this is just basically saying you're an image prompt builder, because the job of this AI agent is to create a new prompt for an image that Nano Banana would create for that particular product and that description. So that's all it's doing. It's outputting this image prompt. As you can see right here, a 23-year-old model holding a high-end smartphone with a sturdy Spigeon case, which is that product case that we added as our uploaded image. So that's what it's doing. It's going to now reach out. We're going to reach out to Nano Banana using Fal.ai with that prompt and that image. So that's all I'm doing. I'm just basically dragging and dropping the prompt and the image to create a new image with Nano Banana of this model holding that phone, right? So we're adding a wait node to make sure that we have time for that to process. The next node, we're just reaching out to Nano Banana again to grab the URL of that image. Whoop, I zoomed in a little too much. Okay, and then afterwards, there you go. So that workflow completed. So anyways, after the image is generated, now we're using another AI agent, and this time we're generating the prompt for the video model. So this is where we're going to generate a prompt for VEO 3.1. So in the same thing, in the system message, we're giving this long instruction to this AI agent, so it generates a video prompt. And this this video prompt is just basically a prompt for our VEO 3.1 model. So the next step afterwards is I'm just using HTTP request node to reach out to our VEO 3.1 via Fal.ai. This is just reaching out to that particular endpoint right here. As you can see, we're using the fast image to video. And then we're using our header authorization, which is reaching out to Fal.ai. And then at the bottom, I'm sending same thing, the prompt that we just generated from our AI agent and the image URL. And now we're going to generate a video. So this is where now we're going to wait again and reach out to our Fal.ai, to our VEO 3.1 API endpoint that we looked at earlier right here. So this is all from the documentation from here. I've just made it a little simpler. So now what we're doing is we're reaching out to check the status, and once the status is complete, this is the final node. Now we're getting the URL for this video. So now if I just copy this and paste it here in a new web browser, you'll see that the video has been created.
The feel of this leather texture is amazing, super sturdy, and these metal accents, look how clean the cutouts are for the camera and speaker.
Yeah, perfect, right? As you can see, it's like really well done. It's clearly pointing out to that particular product, right? The whole goal of it is to make sure that the product is highlighted and the ad is created for that particular product. So that's a really cool way to kind of use this inside your n8n for creating AI UGC ads. All right, so those are a few use cases. I'm going to be actually doing a few more videos on this. This was just quickly, I just wanted to make sure that you guys can check out and see the different options that you have available here. One of the important ones is this first and last frame to video. I really like this feature, and then also this reference to video. So I'm going to actually try to create another tutorial as in the next day or two, just on those, kind of focusing on those two particular sections. So that way, if you wanted to create kind of like content with multiple images and make this a really unique use case, I'm going to try to play around and figure out creative ways to come up with videos that we can use this particular feature, because I think this is very, very powerful, the fact that you can add multiple images and then also add like initial frame and the last frame. So I think that's going to be a very useful, and you can really have creative freedom into what you can do with this kind of first and last frame, including, if you're using animations or even for your own content creation for Instagram or TikTok and everything. So this is going to be a really useful one. Like I said, I'm going to definitely do another video on this. So make sure you like and subscribe, because that video is going to be coming up. And of course, if you want to join the community and learn how to monetize these and learn how to if you're new to n8n, for example, there's an entire beginner's course that I have step-by-step tutorial on how to set everything up, how to build your first AI automation, AI agent, and then of course, learn how to make money with AI and automations, because at the end of the day, a lot of people are learning this to start their new careers. And of course, all of my YouTube resources for all of these and my previous videos are all in the classroom section as well. So you can always just like download the template and then start to play around with it. And if you run into any kind of issues, you can always ask us in the Ask and Assist channel, or you can jump into one of the calls with us and we can help you resolve your issues. Anyways, hopefully you found that helpful. I didn't want to make this video too long, but like I said, I will be doing like multiple videos on this because there's a lot of useful features here. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.